Myers, and I'm a health coach and honored to be a wellness advocate with doTERRA. So today I'm going to talk about caring for ourselves as women. As a busy mom and business owner, I'm thrilled to share on this topic today. In my opinion, self-care and the rituals we implement form the foundation of conscious leadership. So here's a truth I want you to think about. We experience the world as we are. So how we mother, how we lead, how we show up, it all is reflected through how we feel about ourselves, right? So I feel like the root of conscious living and leadership begins here. Now, the practice of self-care can form in many different ways, and I'm going to share two of my favorite routines in the morning and in the evening with you today. And I love that because it's like the bookends to a beautiful day, right? And here's the thing about creating routines. I mean, you have to stack it with things that are already part of your routine until it sticks. So the first tip I want to share with you when it comes to constructing a new routine is you need to have your tools where you're going to use them. So for example, Peppermint Touch, Rose Touch, our herbal lip balm, those are all products I use several times a day. So I have them in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in my purse, wherever I'm going to be. Okay, so let's start with the morning routine. So I like to have everything I need in the morning just on a nice pretty glass tray in my bathroom, so it literally welcomes me to use it and come over and start my day that way. So I want to share with you a little list of things that I do in the mornings. Now, step one, you may not have heard of this before. It looks a little bit unusual, but this is called a tongue scraper. Now, you don't need to buy one of these, but you'll see these in health stores commonly, or you could use the back of the spoon. And you're literally going to just scrape your tongue forward in the morning. And what this does is it just wakes up your mouth and it prepares it for the next step I'm going to share with you called oil pulling. So oil pulling is going to awaken your senses and give you really fresh breath. And what you're going to do is simply take about a teaspoon of coconut oil or olive oil and drop, I like to use either our peppermint oil or our On Guard blend, and you just swish it around in your mouth through your teeth for about 10 minutes, and you'd be doing this before you brush your teeth, okay? Really invigorating, and I actually love this in the morning because while I'm doing it, I like to stack in some other habits that help me start a great day. So maybe that's making the bed, starting a load of laundry, reviewing my calendar. It's just other things I can do while I'm oil pulling to set up a great day. Next step is obviously brushing my teeth with the On Guard toothpaste. This is an incredible toothpaste. It freshens breath, whitens teeth. My kids love it, and I love the On Guard line, especially the toothpaste. Next, I cleanse my face. So my favorite system that we have is the Virage system. I love how clean and fresh and effective it is, and it really gives my skin that nice dewy glow. So I've been using it for years now. After I cleanse my face, I love taking either the Jasmine or the Rose Touch, and I'll just roll it under my eyes before I apply the Virage serum, and then our Virage moisturizer and lip balm, and that's really my morning routine with my face. Now, deodorant. Next thing I put on, I want to give you a really simple recipe. You're going to love this because it's so easy to make. What you're going to need to put it in is either a really wide roller bottle. You can get those at most essential oil supply stores, or a small glass spray bottle. And all you're going to add to it is something called milk of magnesia, which is basically it's magnesium hydroxide suspended in water. So make sure you buy one that has no additives in it. It's very effective, okay, and it's inexpensive. Your body will still sweat, which is a good thing, but it's going to help with odors, and of course you're going to add our beautiful oils to it. So my favorites in this application are to use geranium, lavender, and rosemary. That's one combination I like, or patchouli and wild orange. The next thing I do before I shower is I do something called dry skin brushing. Now you might not have heard of this before, but it basically, you take a natural bristled brush and you're going to start at your feet, moving in the direction of your heart, okay? It's really invigorating, it's exfoliating for the skin, and it supports circulation. And you just are going to do firm strokes towards the heart. You can even do circles. You're going to come to love this. And again, this is one of those things that if you just keep the brush near the shower, you'll remember to do it. Once I get out of the shower, I love to use our unscented body lotion, and my favorite oils to add to that would be sandalwood, elevation. Smart and Sassy is actually a great blend to use in the lotion because, again, it's going to give you just that awakening feeling, and it's going to help provide benefits to the skin as well. After I brush my hair, I love our herbal hair serum. I like to add sandalwood or rosemary to that as well and just run it through the ends of my hair. while I'm talking about hair, actually, I do want to mention I love our shampoo and conditioner. I wash my hair 1 or 2 times a week, to be honest, because it just helps maintain the health of my hair better that way. But I do want to share a simple dry shampoo recipe that I know a lot of you, like to use dry shampoo products. And what I like to do is I'll take a little jar and I'll add either arrowroot powder or cornstarch. They work kind of the same texture. And that's the base, really. And then I add a couple drops of rosemary, marjoram, and lavender. And then because it's a powder and it's in a little tin, I take just a makeup brush and I swirl it in the powder and then just work that into the roots of my hair, and it actually gives your hair that nice grit. Nobody really likes to have day one hair, right? After you washed it, it doesn't really hold the style and you don't have that good texture. So a dry shampoo powder like this works really well. So I want you to give that one a try. I think you'll really like it. It's easy to make. Now, as I share these things with you, describing a morning routine can sometimes seem like a lot, but to be honest, it only takes about 10 minutes unless I'm doing the oil pulling and accomplish a few other things while I do that. So hopefully a couple of those things you could integrate into your morning and give it a try. Now let's talk about evening routines. So I have 2 young girls, and the first thing I do once I get them to bed is I do my little ritual at night, and I find it just helps set the stage for relaxing into my night. One of the things I love talking about is the importance of Epsom salt baths. So I like to do this a few times a week, and I'll add about a cup of natural Epsom salts, and I'll add whatever oils I'm really drawn to. My favorites for this purpose would be juniper berry and lavender. So I'll add a couple drops of each of the salts, toss them in the bath. But before I do, I do dry skin brush before I go into the Epsom bath that I mentioned already with you guys. One thing I love to do while I'm soaking in the Epsom bath is apply a real thin layer of our clarifying mask. And I'll put that on. You only need about 10 minutes. That mask really works fast. So just a thin layer while you're in the bath is really beautifying for the skin. Now at night, I do a little more detailing on my face through my routine. I do use the Virage system again in the winter because in Canada, we have very cold climates, obviously, in the winter. So I tend to switch over to our essential skincare collection because I find it a little more hydrating in the winter months. So I will use that. Our hydrating cream is beautiful on my face, neck, chest, back of hands. Our body butter from the spa line, I keep on my nightstand. So I like to use that as a carrier for working in some of the nighttime, the more calming oils like cedarwood or vetiver. I'll often work those into the bottoms of my feet, which gives me obviously the benefit of softer feet. So that's a beautiful product, that body butter. And then Correct-X, I also want to mention, is brilliant if you have especially dry heels or cuticles. It is such a genius product. So I keep that on my nightstand next to the body butter. Now, my diffuser, I have going about 30 minutes before sleep. And I tend to go for a lot of the same oils at nighttime for supporting a restful night. And I'll use Arbor Vitae, Bergamot, and Clary Sage, or even our Serenity blend is just perfect on its own in the diffuser. And I do that with my kids as well, about 30 minutes before they go to sleep. Now, the last step that I feel really should be in this topic of self-care is visualizing the next day before it begins. So one of the things that I like to incorporate in my evening routine is to get everything out of here. So I will often journal or make a list of things that are just on my mind that are gonna, if I can get them out of my brain, I'm gonna rest a little easier. And I like to just make a list, and often I do this while the diffuser's going on my nightstand. And it also just gives me that feeling of excitement for the next day. Knowing what's coming, I'll often look at my calendar and my priorities, and it just helps me sleep better at night. And that's one really simple thing I think we overlook sometimes when we have that mind that won't turn off at night. I feel really taken care of and nurtured through my routines with our oils and products. It creates such a sense of stability for me and a foundation that really allows me to show up in the way I want to in my life. So I hope you learned a few new things to try as you integrate your own routines. It does take a few weeks before a new routine anchors into your life. So really be consistent with it. Keep your oils by your side, accessible where you're going to be needing them, not hiding in a box, right, up in the closet. And before you know it, you won't even have to think about this being a process anymore. You'll just do it naturally because you really start to feel great as a result of taking great care of yourself. Everybody benefits when you take better care of yourself. And with doTERRA, we have access to the most powerful tools on earth to support us in that.
Hi, I'm Bill Terzis. I'm a doctor of dental surgery. I work and live in the booming metropolis of London, Ontario in Canada. And today I would like to talk to you about some of the ways that I integrate the amazing doTERRA products in my daily life and the way other men, I think, can benefit from doing the same. My wife and my family were introduced to the products a little while back, and we fell in love with them. And so after using the products in the house with the family and being so happy with the products, my wife decided to become a wellness advocate. And we've been working in the business. She's been working really, really hard and focused. I happen to also be Greek in background. So there are a few little idioms that I grew up with, one being pan metron ariston, which means, translated literally, everything has an ideal measure, or also can be taken as everything in moderation. The body itself is always searching for or trying to maintain homeostasis. So what does that really mean? That means a balance of equilibrium in the physiology. So we always want to maintain that little balance. Too much of anything, so take water for example, or food. Too much water, too much food will kill you. It'll make you fat, or you'll drown in it. Too little and you die, so it's not enough. You can push the boundaries of the body quite a bit, so going a little too much or a little too low, but when you get past the body's ability to adapt, the body fails. So the doTERRA products are those things that help the body to just bring things back to equilibrium to maintain that homeostasis. One of the big things that draws me to the doTERRA specifically and the doTERRA products are their CPTG, so certified pure tested grade. And I love that doTERRA, unlike a lot of people that are always railing against the medical system and saying, well, the medical system's broken, we gotta fix it. It encompasses integrative approaches. And that's, I think, what is the best thing to do, period, is take from everything that can benefit a patient or benefit us in specific and use it. So the oils, the doTERRA products are great to use on a daily basis, and medicine, traditional medicine, when you need it, it's there. So, you know, I'm part of that. Now I'm going to jump into some of the products that I use on a daily basis, starting with the one that I use every day, twice a day in fact, is the LLV products. I think the LLV products are fantastic. You know, you've got your 3 bottles in here, you've got your Alpha CRS, you've got your Microplex, and your XE Omega. So the great thing is, with this, obviously it's not a food replacement, but these are great supplements. So you've got your Alpha CRS, you've got your Microplex with the micronutrients and the things that are coming from actual food products like broccoli, kale, dandelion, and that's where you're getting the vitamins and supplements from. Then of course the omega-3s and so on that you're going to get, which we can't produce ourselves, so we need an external source. So these things really, really supplement things that we do on a daily basis for good vitality and a healthy lifestyle. The next, it's an entire line, and it's actually the one that I was drawn to initially the most, and I think it's due to my Greek upbringing. So being Greek, Greek desserts, what do they contain? You know, you've got your honey, you've got cloves, you've got cinnamon, you've got orange rinds that to give it that flavor. So the On Guard, the entire On Guard line, I absolutely love. I've always been drawn to it. To me, it's almost like it smells like Christmas. If you've ever eaten baklava, which I'm sure many of you have, it's amazing. So, and I find the On Guard blend amazing. So, the On Guard toothpaste. And as a dentist, I got to talk about toothpaste. The On Guard toothpaste has all the things from the On Guard blend. You've got your clove, your cinnamon, your rosemary, your eucalyptus, and your wild orange. You've also got myrrh, which, again, fantastic thing to have in toothpaste. You've got hydrated silica particles, which are great for removing surface stain, hence why it talks about the whitening there. And then there's also the plus that many people are going to like, and the fact that it doesn't have fluoride. So it gives you the option of not having fluoride. Me personally, as a dentist, I supplement with fluoride. So I love the On Guard toothpaste. I use the On Guard toothpaste every day, but I will interchange with regular fluoridated toothpaste just to give my teeth access to swish around with that a little bit of fluoride. The awesome thing with the On Guard toothpaste, of course, is it has calcium hydroxyapatite already in the toothpaste. So the theory behind that is if your mouth is bathing in the calcium hydroxyapatite, your teeth are more likely to uptake that. Of course, the other On Guard products that I use daily, I use the foaming hand soap. I wash my hands with it. I think it's great. It leaves your hands feeling clean and hydrated. And of course, on a regular basis, the On Guard laundry detergent. During seasonal changes, wintertime, my skin gets kind of dry. What do I do as a dentist? I wash my hands innumerable times a day. And for fun, I play water polo. So I'm in the pool as well, chlorine and everything else. The doTERRA body butter. I love it. In the winter, I use it just to keep my skin feeling great. Apply it after getting out of the pool and showering. You've got your frankincense in there, king of the essential oils. You've got your wild orange again, Douglas fir, and then jojoba oil, avocado oil, and shea butter. So it makes your skin feel great without being greasy. So I make my own little roller bottle blend for my hands. I put some tea tree oil in there, which is a good cleansing oil. And then I have a whole mix of frankincense, blue tansy, copaiba, and lavender, which are soothing and moisturizing to the skin. And also helichrysum, which has been shown to provide eczema relief and really help with dry skin. Also during seasonal shifts and when I feel like I need a bit of a pick-me-up, need that invigoration, I actually stole this one from Dr. Stoyer, so thanks Dave. I boil water in a mug, and in that boiling water, I'll place a couple drops of peppermint oil, a couple drops of tea tree oil, a couple drops of oregano, which you can imagine this stuff is smelling pretty potent at this time. And I'll breathe that in, and then I add a couple of drops of the On Guard, just because I love the On Guard, and breathe it in through my nose. And my family and friends and other patients use that little blend over the hot water, and it's amazing. So the last thing I want to talk about is how we use some of the doTERRA products in our dental office. And the biggest thing you'll notice when you come into the dental office is all my office staff love diffusing. So we have about 6 diffusers in our office that are almost all constantly active. Patients love it. They come into the office and it doesn't smell like a dental office. it has a bit of a spa type of smell. And in each of the operatories, the ladies, they use whatever they want. So if they feel like they want to diffuse something that's a little more uplifting, they'll use that. If they want something that's a little more cleansing smelling, they'll use that kind of oil. So the diffusers are huge. We do also have all the On Guard foaming hand soaps in the bathrooms that people use, and just for general cleanup of floors and mopping and so on and so forth, we use a few drops of On Guard in the bucket of water, and often some citrusy type oils, lemon oil or a little extra wild orange. And diffusing, one of my favorite during Christmas time, I like using the wild orange and the cinnamon bark. It just smells awesome. So thank you for listening to me ramble on about my favorite oils and the way I use them and doTERRA products and the way I use them on a daily basis. I hope I've inspired you to maybe try a few extra things and new ways and new blends perhaps. I'm always looking forward to trying new blends myself and looking forward to the future products that doTERRA keeps providing us with. And I'm going to end this off with another idiom that I live by, or try to, is nous igis en soma tu igian. So basically, sound mind, sound body. So thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Empowered Life Series Canada. My name is Melanie Vieno, and today I'm excited to share with you how I take care of my family with doTERRA. A little disclaimer, I am not a health professional. I am simply going to share some tips based on my experience alone. I am a busy mom of 3 beautiful kids, and like most parents, my husband and I aspire to support our children's overall well-being, and we love using doTERRA products on a daily basis to help achieve this. Before we dive into how I take care of my children and family with doTERRA products, I should mention that as parents of 3 very active children, my husband and I rely heavily on the Lifelong Vitality supplements to help support our overall health, vitality, and wellness. These are some of doTERRA's most popular products, and for good reason. There are 3 supplements in the Lifelong Vitality. The Alpha CRS Plus provides antioxidants to help protect your cells against oxidative damage. Microplex VMZ contains vitamins and minerals for the maintenance of good health. The Z Omega contains omega fatty acids, which help support cardiovascular health, cognitive health, and brain function. The Lifelong Vitality Pack gives us a solid foundation of nourishment so we can keep up with the demands of raising a family while also enjoying successful careers. Now, moving on to our children. When I was a child, my parents did not seem overly aware of the alternative options available to take care of us. We relied heavily on synthetic products, and I feel very fortunate to be able to offer my children simple solutions for self-care. It is important for me that our children feel empowered in their daily lives by being taught how to take care of themselves. And they actually enjoy participating in their self-care process. They particularly appreciate when I make them their own personalized roller bottles to address their various needs, or when I diffuse essential oils in their bedrooms at night. It helps make them feel empowered to know that they can have control over their wellness. Before we move further, there are some general safety tips to keep in mind when using essential oils on kids. First, there are 3 ways that we can use doTERRA essential oils on children. There's aromatically, which means by inhaling the oil aromas. There's topically, which means by applying the oils on the skin. And there's internally, which means by ingesting the oils. Of note, not all essential oils are created equally. Make sure to use only doTERRA essential oils internally. And also, not all doTERRA essential oils are recommended for internal use. Be sure to look at each bottle label for safety information before using. And secondly, because kids weigh less than adults and have more sensitive skin, it is generally recommended to reduce the amount of oils you would use on an adult when dealing with kids. Make sure to dilute them with a carrier oil before applying them topically to reduce the risk of a skin reaction. My favorite carrier oil is the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil. Because it has been fractionated, it does not solidify, and it is odorless, colorless, and doesn't leave a greasy residue on our skin. It blends very well with any doTERRA essential oil and also improves essential oil distribution. Our doTERRA Touch collection is also perfect to use on children because the essential oils are already conveniently diluted by doTERRA and ready to use on their skin right away. It makes the process of enjoying their benefits even easier and faster. Okay, now I'm excited to walk you through some of the doTERRA products I use with my children during our daily routine. Here's a glimpse into what a typical daily routine looks like for us. To start off, in the morning, I like to massage their feet to help wake up their legs and give us a small opportunity to connect before they start their day. I use On Guard Touch rolled on the bottom of their feet when doing this massage. Secondly, I repeat the same application method with 1 drop of balance on the sole of each foot. This blend evokes an overall sense of well-being and balance, which I personally feel is very important before they begin their day at school. We typically conclude this morning ritual by rolling some frankincense touch on their upper spine and on the base of their skull. As a general tip for older kids and teenagers especially, if your kids don't like smelling like essential oils before going to school, I would suggest rolling them on the bottom of their feet only and putting socks on. Now moving on to midday. Immediately before my kids return home from school, I diffuse 2 drops of On Guard mixed with 2 drops of Wild Orange, and this helps to welcome them home with an uplifting, clean, and inviting aroma. And Wild Orange is used in aromatherapy as a nervine, which means that it has calming effects on the nerves. Once they get home, I send them directly to the bathroom to wash their hands with our On Guard foaming hand wash. On to homework time. To help promote a sense of clarity, I use Intune Blend on both my kids and myself. I like to roll a small amount on the base of the skull and upper spine. It also helps to promote a sense of calm and a harmony that my kids and I require during moments of concentration. To create a positive and uplifting atmosphere, my kids also enjoy essential oil blends that contain citrus, and they often favor Citrus Bliss, Cheer, or Wild Orange. We apply them on their wrists or any pulse points, and directly behind their ears is also a great spot for them to continue to smell the oil throughout the day. Now on to bedtime routine. Even though doTERRA is a company that offers the highest quality essential oils in the world, it also offers a wide range of naturally sourced personal care products. Our shampoo and conditioner line is infused with certified pure tested essential oils that gently cleanse and moisturize hair and scalp. And not only do they smell divine, but they are very effective. I only have to use a small amount on my children to achieve a great result. And the only problem when using this on my kids is that I have to supervise them very closely, or else they try to dump the entire bottle into their bath water because they like the smell of it so much. As we know, Epsom salt baths are believed to offer amazing health benefits. I like to mix 4 to 6 drops of lavender in 1 cup of Epsom salt in my kids' bath. Lavender is used in aromatherapy to help calm the nerves as well as relieve headaches, colds, and coughs, making it perfect for a nighttime bath. In keeping with the bedtime routine, let's talk about toothpaste. My entire family, including my kids, absolutely love our fluoride-free On Guard toothpaste. It is gentle and also helps reduce plaque while whitening teeth. Plus, its cinnamon mint flavor mixed with xylitol leaves our mouth feeling fresh and clean. Our toothpaste also includes clove bud essential oil, which helps to clean teeth and gums while also promoting fresh breath. Because kids, like adults, need help relaxing, mine love receiving massages from me to help them settle down before bed. For this, I mix 3 drops of Aroma Touch with our doTERRA fractionated coconut oil for a soothing massage to promote relaxation as well as bonding. I often follow this massage with 1 drop or 2 of Serenity, dropped directly on their spine, and I brush in lightly with the tip of my fingers. Occasionally, we like to pair this ritual with Peace Touch rolled on the spine for a comforting aroma. Now let's move on to some common issues that kids experience and how we manage them. Deep Blue is a great blend to massage on your growing kids' legs. When my kids are feeling restless, I like to roll Deep Blue Touch along their legs and massage it in. With 3 active children, my family is no stranger to overuse injuries. Cypress, peppermint, and lavender are all known to help relieve joint and muscle pain associated with sprains, strains, or rheumatoid arthritis. I like diluting 2 drops each of cypress, peppermint, and lavender with approximately 10 drops of fractionated coconut oil and applying the mixture to my children's areas of concern. Peppermint can also be used for other common conditions that kids experience, such as digestive discomfort, or as my kids would call it, tummy aches. For this discomfort, I generally dilute 2 drops of peppermint essential oil with approximately 6 drops of fractionated coconut oil and massage their bellies clockwise. Now for colds and coughs, every parent can relate, and one way I deal with this common issue is by diffusing 2 drops each of lemon, tea tree, and cypress. And each of these oils, when used in aromatherapy, can help relieve coughs and colds. I also like to mix 1 drop each with approximately 10 drops of fractionated coconut oil and massage it into their chest, their back, and feet every 2 hours. Another use for lemon essential oil is to remove stains in clothes. For this, add 20 drops of lemon essential oil to approximately half a cup of vinegar in a spray bottle. Spray directly on the stain and let it sit for at least an hour before washing. Lemon essential oil is also a great way to remove slime from hair or clothes, and trust me, I know. Another way for kids to enjoy essential oils as part of their daily routine is by making healthy and delicious snacks with them. You can find many recipes on our doTERRA blog, but some of my favorites are guacamole with lime, lemon, and cilantro essential oil, plain Greek yogurt with granola and orange essential oil, black bean brownies with peppermint essential oil, granola bars with wild orange essential oil. Thank you for joining me today as I shared some of my family's favorite doTERRA products. I hope you enjoyed, and mostly I hope it inspired you to explore the vast world of wellness and empowerment doTERRA can offer you and your family.
Hey everyone, I'm Angela Dodge. I'm a registered dietitian from London, Ontario, and specializing in pediatrics. I have an amazing family, and that is the reason that I started using essential oils in the first place. Coming from a medical environment, I was sort of scared to actually use these products. So I was a closet oiler, and what that meant to me was I was researching the oils, using them on my family, but not really telling people in my circle that I was actually using them. I wasn't sure how to fit wellness approach into a medical environment. So I started to have colleagues coming knocking on my door looking for a holistic approach to one problem or the other, and that's when I started to really feel like, you know, this could actually help other people, and I felt more comfortable and confident in my use of oils. So why diffusing is so great. It's a simple way to get the oils into the air. It provides aromatherapy for your home. It makes everything smell wonderful. And you don't have to be a master at anything. A mixer, a scientist, nothing. It's super easy. All right, so now we're gonna learn how to diffuse. So the first thing you're gonna need is your diffuser, obviously. This is the pedal diffuser. It's great for any sort of small area that you wanna cover, a bedroom or a bathroom. You just have to add some water. You can use tap water. It doesn't have to be special. It doesn't have to be organic. It doesn't have to come from the springs. You just add that in, and then you can pick from whatever oils you want. So in the morning, usually I have all of these in the bathrooms, as I said, so getting everyone ready for the day and up and invigorated. We'll use peppermint and wild orange. So you just take the bottle, open it up. You'll get about 2 drops or 3 drops, because not one just never comes out. Add a few there. You can mix them. I get a lot of people that are nervous about how many oils to put in, how many drops, can you mix, and you definitely can. You can make whatever blend you would like, and you can add as many drops as you want. In these ones, in the smaller diffusers, you don't need tons of drops, which is a good thing. So you add two to three drops of each, and you'll be good to go. Another thing that I like, so I usually turn that on in the morning for an hour. I do the hour long, so it shuts itself off. All right, so now we know how simple it is. So I thought we'd talk about some reasons why you should be using oils in your home. So we're gonna do a top 8 reasons for diffusing in the house. So number 8 would be to reduce any synthetic products that you have in your home. So we've all used them, we've all used plug-ins, we've used air fresheners, we've used candles. We don't need to use those anymore to cover up any sort of smell that you have in your home. So you can use something that we really like is Citrus Bliss and spearmint mixed together. That's like a favorite in our home that we would diffuse on the regular in our kitchen especially. You might get some smells from food that's cooking, or maybe you have some in a washroom that you don't want to be smelling, or in a, kids' rooms that are sometimes you don't even walk into because they smell so bad. Put the diffuser in there, add whatever you want, and that'll be a great way. So number 7 is eliminating odors. So we talked about that before, but the other things that I like are lemon, lemongrass. Purify is amazing for getting rid of any sort of smell in a kid's hockey bag. Diffusing doesn't always just have to be in a diffuser. It just means using it in the home. You could spray it on your kids' hockey equipment, in the shoes, in the laundry room where all those smells happen. It's a great way for getting rid of those smells. All right, number 6 is creating a calming and peaceful environment. So in our home, it's not always calm. I have 3 children who are very active. There's emotions that come with that. There's times of day, if someone's hungry, if we have homework, whatever it may be. I tend to use the diffuser, and sometimes the kids actually go to these as well. So they like to put in things that foster a calming environment. So something like Roman chamomile is a perfect one. They actually like a lot of the citrus ones as well. That really brings them calm, focus when they're doing homework. So, really get your kids involved as well to pick whatever oils that bring them the calm and the peace. But that's a really great way to bring that environment to our family. So number 5 is to promote a sense of focus. So maybe you have a big project in your home to do, maybe your kids have a project, maybe you have some work to do, and you really need something to hone in and make you feel like you can sit down, focus on a job, get it done. I like to bring out a diffuser or even put some in my hands and inhale whatever scent I'm feeling drawn to. So something like Motivate, even Balance, really gives me focus and gives my kids focus. Vetiver is amazing. Even, sometimes for school, I'll put it on their bracelets so that they can smell that during the day. It really calms them down and brings them able to, to get a job done at that time. So number 4 is to help decrease coughs and colds in your home. So nothing is going to protect us 100%, right? So we can do little things here and there by diffusing oils like lavender, peppermint, and tea tree to help relieve coughs and colds in our home as much as possible. So number 3 is creating an invigorating environment. So every night what I do is go around the house and I load all the diffusers with oils, as I talked about before. So I would use usually a citrus oil and a mint oil. So I love the spearmints, I love the peppermint. I actually really like wintergreen or rosemary, those types of uplifting scents. So I load them up for everybody so that they can just start their day, press the button and it's ready to go. Or when they come home from school or we come home from work or being out all day, when you just need that pick-me-up, I'll load them up with it's a citrus. Citrus just makes you feel really happy. It makes you feel like you can just get a lot of things done. And that's what we like to use in our house. So number 2 is we like to use it to promote rest and harmony in our home. We all need that, right? We all need to be sleeping. We all need to have harmony. So parents in the know, we've been using these for a long time. We'll use them in a kid's room at bedtime. So a diffuser like this, at nighttime, I would probably put a calming oil like lavender in there, mixed with maybe cedarwood, It acts as a nightlight also for kids, so it's nice. It has kind of, if you could hear it, you can't really right now, but it has sort of a whisper sound, so it's sort of, you know, like white noise and a nightlight all mixed in one, and it really calms kids down. In our room, we like to use one every night. We turn on a diffuser. My husband, he likes lavender, but you know, he says it's sort of girly, so we add a little bit of cedarwood or balance. I also like to add vetiver into mine. It just totally relaxes you and makes you feel like you're ready for rest. So all of these oils at nighttime, they just provide a relaxing environment for everybody to fall asleep, feel really good, and have a calm space to be in. So our number one reason that we use essential oils to diffuse in our home, in my home, and I hope in yours, is to provide and promote a positive environment and memories in our house. So I love that all of our kids have their own special oil that they like. They you know, when they walk in and they smell a certain oil, it reminds them of something that's maybe happened in the past. It maybe gives them a good memory, a good feeling inside. I also love that the kids and families that come over to my house, they always, there's a smell that they associate with my home. And, you know, they always think, oh, there's Angela, she's diffusing peppermint again, and she's got her apron on and she's cooking, and all of these things, you know, they're going to remember as they get older. And that is really, really a beautiful thing to do when you're diffusing. So today I hope I've shown you that diffusing is super easy and simple. So there's never a shortage of ideas or different recipes that you can use or blends that you can use in your diffuser. Just go on social media, go on the internet, you will find an answer for whatever you're looking for. And the reason, you know, the last reason that I really love to use that is, you know, if you're out, if you're traveling, if you're gone on vacation or wherever you are, if you have a diffuser, you have your oils, it's like you bring a little bit of your home with you. And that's just a really great feeling to have. So I encourage everybody to get a diffuser. You'll want one in every room eventually. Get some oils and start diffusing.